Olivia Bennett, 34, walked through Denver International Airport in a dark gray sweatshirt and sweatpants. Her blonde hair tucked under a black cap. She looked like any other traveler prioritizing comfort. No one would guess she was married to Alexander Bennett, the billionaire who had recently acquired Summit Airlines. She preferred flying commercial occasionally. It kept her connected to the real world. After getting coffee, she boarded Flight 782 to Boston for her parents' anniversary. As Olivia entered the first-class cabin, flight attendant Diane Phillips' smile froze at her casual attire. "First class is to your left," Diane said doubtfully. "Yes, I know. Thank you," Olivia replied, moving to seat 2. Another attendant, Richard, approached. "May I see your boarding pass?" He scrutinized it longer than necessary, then conferred with Diane and lead attendant Caroline. "Ma'am, there seems to be some confusion with your boarding pass," Caroline began. "There's no confusion. I'm in seat 2A, first class," Olivia replied calmly. "Perhaps you were upgraded accidentally," Diane suggested. "Perhaps I purchased a first-class ticket. Is there a dress code I'm unaware of?" Caroline's professional veneer slipped. "Our first-class passengers typically present themselves in a manner that reflects the premium experience. So it's not about the ticket I purchased, but rather how I look." An older gentleman across the aisle interjected. "I've flown in sweatpants in first class many times. No one's ever questioned my right to be here." Caroline demanded identification. "You've never asked any other passenger to prove their identity after boarding," Olivia noted. "Either show identification or we'll need to move you to economy," Caroline said firmly. Olivia could end this by revealing who her husband was, but she never used Alexander's name for special treatment. "This is discrimination. I purchased this ticket like everyone else. Your options are to verify your identity, move to economy, or deplane." "Fine, I'll move. But I want your names and employee numbers." "This isn't over." As Diane escorted her to economy, Olivia held her head high. "You don't apologize now," she told Diane. "But you might soon enough." The next morning, Summit Airlines held a quarterly customer experience review. Alexander Bennett would attend in person for the first time. Patricia Winters, Chief Customer Officer, had invited Caroline's first-class crew to highlight their high satisfaction scores. As Caroline presented about maintaining the exclusive atmosphere of first class, the door opened. There stood the woman from yesterday's flight, in the same gray sweatshirt and sweatpants. "I believe some of you have already met my wife, Olivia Bennett," Alexander said. The room froze in horror. "Olivia flew from Denver to Boston yesterday on our airline. In first class," Alexander stated. Perhaps Caroline was about to explain Summit Airlines' approach to recognizing premium travelers? Olivia stepped forward. "What happened yesterday wasn't a misunderstanding. It was bias in action. You decided I didn't belong in first class because I didn't match your image of who deserves to be there." She placed a folder on the table. 27 documented incidents in the past 3 months alone. "This isn't about 3 flight attendants. It's about a culture." Caroline attempted to apologize, but Olivia stopped her. "You're still not understanding. You shouldn't need to know who I am to treat me with basic dignity." Alexander addressed the room. "Starting next week, Summit Airlines will implement comprehensive anti-bias training. You 3, he said to the flight attendants, will be temporarily reassigned. 1 month handling passenger complaints, another month in economy class service. After that, if your performance indicates genuine understanding, you can reapply for first-class positions." 3 months later, Olivia boarded Flight 923 in the same outfit. Richard served her water. "Mrs. Bennett, I wanted to thank you. These past 3 months have been humbling. I had no idea how many passengers felt dismissed by our actions." Down the aisle, Diane patiently assisted an elderly man in casual clothes. Caroline gave Olivia a respectful nod, genuine acknowledgement between people who had moved past conflict. Customer satisfaction scores were climbing. Other airlines were taking notice of Summit's inclusive approach. As the flight reached cruising altitude, Olivia watched a young woman in ripped jeans receive the same attentive service as business executives around her. This was the true victory, not her own vindication, but the everyday dignities now extended to others. The plane carried its diverse complement of humanity westward, each passenger equally deserving of respect regardless of appearance. For Olivia Bennett, dressed in her comfortable sweatshirt and cap, the victory was that increasingly, everyone else could fly with dignity too.